Focus on your future, not your past. Written by Justin Tracy. Published by Simple Audiobooks. Introduction. This book is an in-depth exploration of the human struggle with being tethered to past experiences, and an inspiring call to redirect energy and attention toward building a more fulfilling future. At its core, the book highlights how our past, while an integral part of our journey, often becomes a source of self-imposed limitations. Many people find themselves stuck in cycles of regret, shame, or longing for what might have been, preventing them from fully engaging with the present or envisioning the possibilities of what lies ahead. This book delves into the psychological and emotional patterns that keep people anchored to the past and provides actionable strategies to break free from these patterns. It encourages readers to see their past not as a defining narrative, but as a foundation for growth and learning, offering insights into how to reframe experiences to serve as lessons rather than obstacles. The book opens by explaining the profound impact of perspective and mindset on one's life trajectory. It acknowledges that while our past can shape us, it is ultimately our perception of those experiences that determines whether they act as barriers or stepping stones. For example, a failure in the past might create a fear of trying again, but the book teaches how to reframe failure as an opportunity to learn and grow stronger. By understanding the importance of letting go of past grievances, guilt, or self-doubt, readers are equipped with tools to free themselves from emotional and mental burdens. The narrative underscores the idea that clinging to the past drains mental and emotional energy that could instead be invested in creating a better future. Through real-life examples and inspiring stories, the book demonstrates how individuals who have experienced significant setbacks, be it personal loss, professional failure, or emotional trauma, manage to overcome their struggles by focusing on what they could build in their future. These stories illustrate that resilience, when paired with a clear vision of what lies ahead, can transform even the most challenging circumstances into a catalyst for profound change. The book also emphasizes the importance of forgiveness, both of oneself and others, as a critical step toward liberation from the past. Holding on to resentment or guilt serves no purpose other than to weigh down the spirit, and the book provides practical exercises for releasing these negative emotions. A central theme in the book is the power of visualization and goal setting. It encourages readers to take time to reflect on what they truly want in life, free from the constraints of past failures or societal expectations. By crafting a vivid vision of the future, individuals can create a roadmap for their goals and use this clarity to stay motivated. The book also introduces actionable techniques, such as journaling, affirmations, and mindfulness practices, to help readers stay present and focused on their long-term objectives. It explains how small, consistent actions aligned with a larger vision can lead to transformative results over time. The book doesn't just stop at personal introspection. It also addresses the external environment and its influence on personal growth. Readers are guided on how to build a support network of positive, like-minded individuals who uplift and inspire. Whether it's finding mentors, joining supportive communities, or removing toxic influences from one's life, the book stresses that the people we surround ourselves with play a significant role in shaping our mindset and future success. Furthermore, it highlights the importance of self-care, time management, and prioritization as essential tools for achieving a balanced and purposeful life. As readers progress through the book, they are encouraged to adopt a forward-thinking mindset that prioritizes growth and adaptability. This mindset shift is critical because the journey toward a brighter future often requires stepping out of comfort zones, embracing uncertainty, and staying committed to long-term goals despite short-term challenges. The book provides strategies for overcoming procrastination, building discipline, and maintaining focus on the bigger picture, even when immediate results are not visible. It explains that transformation is a process, and each small step taken today contributes to the larger vision of tomorrow. Ultimately, focus on your future, not your past, serves as a beacon of hope and empowerment. It reminds readers that they have the power to shape their destiny, regardless of where they started or what they've been through. The book closes with a strong message that the future is not a fixed destination, but a canvas waiting to be painted with intention, effort, and imagination. By choosing to let go of the past and direct their energy toward the possibilities of the future, readers are inspired to take control of their lives and create a legacy that reflects their highest potential. This book is not just a guide. It's a companion on the journey to rediscovering purpose, reclaiming power, and embracing the limitless opportunities of tomorrow. Chapter 1: The Power of Perspective. This chapter dives deeply into the transformative nature of human perception, exploring how our mental framework fundamentally shapes not only our experiences, but also the trajectory of our lives. It begins by explaining that perspective is the lens through which we view the world, a subjective filter molded by our upbringing, beliefs, experiences, and emotions. This lens determines how we interpret everything we encounter, whether we perceive challenges as insurmountable barriers or stepping stones toward growth. The chapter argues that while circumstances are often beyond our control, our perspective on those circumstances dictates their impact on us. A single event, such as a job loss or a personal failure, can either be seen as a catastrophe or as an opportunity for reinvention, depending on the perspective we adopt. It emphasizes that this choice, though subtle, is one of the most powerful tools we have to reshape our lives. The chapter explores the science of perspective, detailing how the brain's neural pathways are influenced by repeated thought patterns. When we focus on negative experiences or view ourselves through a lens of limitation, these pathways become reinforced, making it easier to default to a negative or defeatist mindset. Conversely, by consciously choosing to reframe our thoughts, we can create new neural connections that support optimism, resilience, and growth. For instance, someone who has faced repeated rejection might automatically associate new opportunities with the fear of failure, but by intentionally reframing those rejections as valuable lessons or stepping stones, they can gradually build confidence and open themselves to new possibilities. Rich with examples, the chapter shares stories of individuals who transformed their lives by shifting their perspectives. It might recount a professional athlete who used a devastating injury not as an endpoint, but as a chance to mentor others, or a single parent who turned financial struggles into a motivation to build a thriving business. These stories illustrate the practical, real-world applications of changing one's perspective, showing readers that this is not just a theoretical concept, but a tangible, actionable tool. The chapter also examines how perspective influences emotional resilience. For example, it explains why two people experiencing the same setback, such as a breakup or a career obstacle, may have dramatically different reactions based on how they interpret the situation. One might spiral into despair, believing the event confirms their deepest fears of inadequacy, while the other might see it as a chance to recalibrate and grow stronger. To deepen understanding, the chapter introduces psychological concepts such as cognitive reframing and the locus of control. Cognitive reframing teaches readers how to identify and challenge automatic negative thoughts, replacing them with more empowering interpretations. The locus of control is presented as a spectrum, with individuals who attribute their success or failure to external factors feeling disempowered, while those who take personal responsibility for their outcomes feel more in control of their destiny. Through these insights, readers are encouraged to shift their focus inward, recognizing their agency in shaping their life experiences. The chapter also provides actionable techniques for cultivating a more empowering perspective. Gratitude journaling, for instance, is highlighted as a simple yet transformative practice that helps rewire the brain to focus on the positive. Readers are encouraged to write down 3 things they are grateful for each day, training their minds to see abundance rather than lack. Visualization is another tool discussed, where readers are guided to imagine their ideal future in vivid detail, aligning their thoughts with the emotions and actions needed to make that vision a reality. The chapter also delves into mindfulness, explaining how staying present can help break free from the mental traps of ruminating on the past or fearing the future. Furthermore, the chapter addresses the ripple effect of perspective on relationships and external environments. It explains how a positive perspective not only transforms personal challenges, but also improves interactions with others, fostering empathy, patience, and better communication. By shifting focus from blame to understanding, individuals can strengthen connections and build supportive communities that further reinforce a constructive mindset. In its conclusion, the chapter drives home the idea that perspective is the foundation of personal transformation. It emphasizes that while people cannot rewrite their past, they have complete power to reshape their future by changing how they view their circumstances. This shift doesn't just alter individual moments, but creates a cumulative effect where small, consistent changes in perception lead to profound life changes over time. By equipping readers with both the knowledge and tools to change their perspective, the chapter lays a solid foundation for the rest of the book, demonstrating that the key to a brighter future lies in learning to see life through a lens of possibility and empowerment, rather than limitation and fear. This chapter is a call to action, urging readers to take the first and most important step in their journey, changing how they see the world and their place within it. Chapter 2. Letting Go of the Past. This chapter delves deeply into the complex psychological and emotional barriers that bind people to their past, making it an insightful exploration of how unresolved memories and attachments impact personal growth and well-being. The chapter begins by painting a vivid picture of how the past, whether filled with painful experiences or cherished memories, acts as a mental and emotional anchor. It explains how negative experiences like failures, betrayals, or losses often leave emotional scars that resurface repeatedly, shaping how people perceive themselves and the world. Similarly, it discusses the dangers of excessive nostalgia, where idealized memories of better times can prevent individuals from seeing the potential into their current circumstances or embracing the possibilities of the future. This chapter emphasizes that the past, regardless of whether it is perceived positively or negatively, exerts a subtle but powerful control over one's thoughts, emotions, and actions if not properly addressed. The chapter explores why letting go is so difficult, delving into the human tendency to attach meaning and identity to past experiences. It discusses how unresolved emotions, such as guilt, anger, shame, or regret create a kind of emotional loop that the mind continuously revisits, perpetuating cycles of self-blame or resentment. For example, someone who made a significant mistake replay the scenario repeatedly, dissecting every detail and wondering how things could have been different, while simultaneously fearing future opportunities due to the lingering shadow of failure. This mental replay not only drains emotional energy, but also cements a self-perception of inadequacy or victimhood, making it harder to move forward. The chapter goes further to explain how even positive past experiences can create limitations. When individuals cling too tightly to memories of success or happiness, they may subconsciously resist change, fearing that the present or future will never measure up. One of the key themes of the chapter is forgiveness, which is portrayed as an essential step in letting go. It argues that forgiveness is not about excusing harmful actions, but about freeing oneself from the weight of bitterness and resentment. The chapter explains that harboring anger or blame towards others often hurts the individual more than the person they are upset with, as these emotions create mental and physical stress that erodes well-being over time. Self-forgiveness is also explored in great depth, with the chapter encouraging readers to view their past mistakes not as defining moments of failure, but as opportunities for growth and self-awareness. It reassures readers that everyone makes mistakes, and that these moments, when reframed with compassion, can serve as powerful lessons for navigating the future. Practical steps for letting go are woven throughout the narrative, offering readers actionable tools to begin releasing their past. Mindfulness exercises are highlighted as a way to stay grounded in the present moment, reducing the tendency to dwell on past events or future anxieties. The chapter introduces journaling as a cathartic method for processing emotions, encouraging readers to write openly about their feelings, fears, and regrets to gain clarity and perspective. Visualization exercises are also discussed, such as imagining placing past experiences into a box and symbolically closing it, signaling a mental commitment to move forward. These tools are designed to help readers gradually untangle the emotional knots that keep them tethered to their past. The chapter also examines how letting go impacts relationships and social dynamics. It discusses the importance of setting boundaries with people or environments that continuously trigger negative memories or emotions. For example, readers are encouraged to reevaluate connections with individuals who remind them of painful experiences or perpetuate toxic dynamics, learning to prioritize their mental and emotional health. Additionally, the chapter highlights how letting go can improve interpersonal relationships by fostering empathy and understanding. By releasing grudges or past misunderstandings, individuals can approach others with a fresh perspective, creating space for a healthier and more fulfilling connections. Furthermore, the chapter addresses the allure of nostalgia, explaining that while it is natural to cherish fond memories, excessive attachment to the past can distort one's perspective. It illustrates how romanticizing previous experiences can create a false sense of loss or inadequacy in the present, making it harder to recognize the opportunities and beauty of the current moment. The chapter encourages readers to honor their past without becoming confined by it, suggesting that the lessons and joy from those times can serve as inspiration rather than a standard to which the present is unfairly compared. The chapter concludes by reinforcing the idea that letting go is not about forgetting or minimizing the significance of past events, but about choosing to live with freedom and intention. It reassures readers that while they cannot rewrite their past, they have the power to reinterpret it in ways that serve their growth. By releasing emotional baggage and shifting focus to the present and future, individuals can reclaim the energy and clarity needed to pursue their goals and aspirations. This process, while challenging, is portrayed as deeply liberating, allowing readers to embrace their potential without the weight of their past holding them back. Through vivid examples, practical tools, and profound insights, this chapter serves as a comprehensive guide to breaking free from the grip of the past, helping readers move forward with resilience, clarity, and hope. Chapter 3: The Visionary Mindset. This chapter dives into the profound concept of how adopting a visionary mindset is central to personal success, long-term achievement, and fulfillment. It explores the difference between merely existing in life and living with a clear, purposeful direction, focusing on how a shift in mindset can transform an individual's present and future. The chapter begins by explaining that a visionary mindset is not about having a fixed plan or seeing the world in terms of what's immediately possible, but rather about cultivating an expansive view of life that is focused on growth, endless potential, and constant transformation. By imagining a future full of opportunity, the visionary mind removes itself from the limitations of the present moment, instead seeing challenges as part of the path to success. This mindset creates an internal environment of continuous expansion, where obstacles are recognized as learning experiences that ultimately refine and strengthen one's ability to realize their goals. It encourages individuals to break free from the shackles of their current reality by developing a deep inner belief that they can achieve great things, even if the path ahead is uncertain. The chapter explains that visionaries do not get discouraged by setbacks or failures, but embrace them as vital aspects of the learning process. They understand that each failure is an opportunity to adjust, refine, and continue moving forward. This resilience is a hallmark of the visionary mindset, as visionaries maintain their focus on their ultimate goals, despite temporary obstacles. The mindset shift described in the chapter also involves a deep understanding of how beliefs shape reality. The power of belief is explored, explaining that one's thoughts and perceptions create the conditions for success or failure. Visionaries cultivate self-awareness and adjust their thinking to align with their aspirations, actively choosing to believe in their ability to achieve great things even when external circumstances may seem discouraging. It emphasizes that anyone with a clear vision can transform their mindset to see every situation as an opportunity to evolve, and by aligning their inner beliefs with their desired outcome, they set themselves on a path of success. Another critical aspect discussed in this chapter is the ability to set ambitious, yet achievable goals. The visionary mindset encourages people to dream big, but also stresses the importance of translating those dreams into actionable steps. Readers are encouraged to create detailed mental images of what they want to achieve, including all the specific aspects of their envisioned future. These mental images provide clarity and serve as a powerful tool for motivation. The chapter discusses how these visualizations should be rich with sensory details, engaging not just the mind, but also the emotions, in order to fuel a sense of excitement and determination. When people can clearly see their future with vivid detail, they are more likely to take the steps necessary to bring it into reality. This process also allows individuals to feel connected to their future success in the present, fostering a sense of purpose that propels them to act. Additionally, the chapter explores the role of persistence in cultivating a visionary mindset. Visionaries understand that the road to achieving their goals will be long, with many challenges along the way. However, they remain committed to their vision, taking small consistent actions each day that move them closer to their long-term aspirations. This persistence is what distinguishes visionaries from those who give up when faced with difficulties. The mindset described emphasizes that one's ability to endure the hard times and keep working toward the goal of what ultimately leads to success. The chapter shares stories of individuals who overcame great odds by holding firm to their vision, using their failures as stepping stones rather than reasons to quit. It highlights that belief in one's vision creates an unstoppable momentum, which fuels action even when circumstances seem discouraging. The chapter also stresses the importance of embracing change and adaptability. Visionaries know that life is constantly shifting, and the path to success is never straightforward. The visionary mindset is about remaining flexible in the face of new opportunities or challenges. Readers are encouraged to let go of rigid plans and expectations, learning instead to pivot when needed. This adaptability is not about losing sight of the vision, but rather adjusting tactics to navigate changing conditions. The mindset described does not allow for discouragement when things don't go according to plan. Instead, it prompts individuals to reassess their strategies, stay open to new possibilities, and use setbacks as information to better their approach. It is a mindset that thrives in uncertainty and sees unexpected twists as part of the adventure, further strengthening the individual's commitment to their goals. Another important element of the visionary mindset discussed is the role of personal growth in achieving success. Visionaries understand that the journey is not just about external achievements, but also about evolving as a person. The chapter explains that individuals must be committed to lifelong learning and personal development in order to realize their vision. This includes developing skills, emotional intelligence, and mental discipline. It stresses that true visionaries don't just focus on the destination, but are constantly refining their character, capabilities, and capacity for empathy and understanding. By growing internally, individuals align themselves with the person they need to become in order to achieve their external goals. The chapter encourages readers to embrace challenges as opportunities for personal growth, with each challenge contributing to their ability to meet future demands with confidence. Collaboration and the support of like-minded individuals are also emphasized as a vital component of the visionary mindset. The chapter explains that visionaries often seek out relationships that align with their goals and values, creating a network of people who can support, inspire, and challenge them. By surrounding themselves with those who share similar ambitions, visionaries are able to learn, grow, and stay accountable. The importance of mentorship and community is discussed, with the chapter urging readers to actively seek out individuals who can help expand their perspectives and offer guidance. Visionaries recognize that no one achieves greatness alone, and by building a community of people who are equally committed to their own growth, they create an environment that fosters collective success. Time management and focus are also explored as integral to the visionary mindset. The chapter explains that visionaries must be diligent in managing their time and energy, ensuring they prioritize activities that directly contribute to their long-term vision. It discusses the power of focusing on what truly matters, cutting out distractions, and setting clear, measurable objectives that help track progress. Visionaries are not distracted by short-term pleasures or superficial success. Instead, they remain deeply focused on their bigger goals. The chapter offers practical tips for improving focus, such as setting daily goals, creating structured routines, and learning to say no to things that don't align with one's vision. Finally, the chapter concludes by reinforcing the idea that a visionary mindset is not something people are born with, but something they can develop and refine over time. It encourages readers to commit to the process of transforming their thinking, taking responsibility for their own success, and staying focused on their vision regardless of the challenges they may face. Visionaries understand that success is not an accident, but the result of intentional, purposeful action driven by a clear vision. The chapter serves as a powerful reminder that individuals have the ability to shape their own futures, and by adopting a visionary mindset, they can unlock their potential to achieve great things. Chapter 4: Turning Pain into Progress. This chapter presents a powerful and transformative perspective on the role of pain in personal development. The chapter highlights the idea that pain is an inevitable part of life, yet it should not be seen as an obstacle to avoid or something to be simply endured. Rather, pain can be understood as a vital and powerful catalyst for personal growth and achievement. The chapter begins by explaining how, in many cases, individuals see pain as a negative force that disrupts their lives and causes emotional turmoil, physical discomfort, or psychological strain. However, this view prevents people from accessing the full potential of their pain and the opportunities it presents. Instead of being overwhelmed or consumed by their difficulties, the chapter advocates for embracing pain as an essential part of the human experience that holds the potential for profound transformation. The core message of this chapter revolves around the idea of reframing pain. Rather than seeing pain as something that hinders progress, readers are encouraged to view it as a tool for growth. The chapter emphasizes that pain has a unique ability to break down mental and emotional barriers, forcing individuals to confront their weaknesses, limitations, and fears. By facing pain head-on, individuals are presented with an opportunity to assess their life choices, reevaluate their goals, and shift their mindset in ways that promote growth. The chapter explains that pain often creates a sense of urgency, sparking action and motivating individuals to seek change. Without the discomfort that accompanies hardship, many people would remain complacent in their current situations, failing to reach their true potential. A key point made in the chapter is the difference between reactive and proactive responses to pain. While it's natural for people to react emotionally to pain, such as feeling helpless, angry, or sad, the chapter stresses the importance of shifting to a proactive approach. This involves taking intentional steps to understand and process pain, rather than allowing it to control or overwhelm the individual. By choosing to take responsibility for their response to pain, individuals can actively learn from the experience and move forward with a sense of purpose. Pain, when handled with mindfulness and a growth-oriented mindset, becomes an opportunity for self-reflection and self-improvement. Instead of allowing negative emotions or feelings of defeat to dominate, people are encouraged to analyze what the pain is teaching them about themselves and their circumstances. Furthermore, the chapter delves into how pain builds resilience. It explains that the more challenges and painful experiences individuals face, the stronger and more capable they become in dealing with future adversity. Pain is depicted as an essential ingredient for developing mental toughness and emotional endurance. Each painful experience, while difficult, helps to strengthen a person's ability to handle future setbacks and difficulties. The chapter draws a comparison between a person's growth and the process of forging steel. Just as steel is hardened through fire and pressure, individuals can become stronger and more resilient through their struggles. This strengthening process is not instantaneous, but occurs over time as individuals continue to face and overcome difficulties, slowly building the fortitude needed to achieve their larger goals. The chapter also highlights the critical role of emotional intelligence in turning pain into progress. Individuals who possess emotional intelligence are able to process their feelings of pain, understand their emotional responses, and choose how to act in ways that foster growth. This involves acknowledging the pain, allowing oneself to feel the emotions fully, and then channeling those emotions into constructive action. The chapter stresses that suppressing emotions or avoiding pain only prolongs suffering and inhibits growth. Instead, embracing vulnerability and understanding one's emotions in the context of pain to greater self-awareness and emotional maturity. The ability to manage emotions during painful times enables individuals to navigate challenging situations with clarity and purpose. Another significant aspect of the chapter is its focus on the power of reflection and learning through pain. The chapter encourages individuals to view their painful experiences as valuable lessons that can provide insights into what needs to change in their lives. By reflecting on pain, individuals can uncover hidden patterns or negative behaviors that may have contributed to their suffering. Pain, therefore, becomes a mirror that reflects back aspects of a person's life that require adjustment. The chapter emphasizes the importance of journaling or engaging in self-reflection tough times as a means of understanding how to learn from the pain. By identifying the lessons hidden within pain, people can break free from unproductive cycles and make more informed decisions moving forward. In addition, the chapter explores how people who turn pain into progress develop a greater sense of empathy and compassion. Experiencing personal hardship often makes individuals more sensitive to the struggles of others. The chapter explains that individuals who have gone through significant pain are more likely to be understanding and supportive of others who are facing similar challenges. This increased empathy not only strengthens interpersonal relationships, but also fosters a sense of community and connection. By sharing their stories and offering support, those who have transformed their pain can help others do the same, creating a cycle of support and collective healing. The chapter also touches on the importance of perseverance in the face of pain. The ability to continue moving forward despite adversity is a crucial aspect of turning pain into progress. The chapter discusses how many individuals who have faced tremendous obstacles in life have achieved success not because they avoided pain, but because they learned to persevere through it. The key is to keep taking small steps, even when the path is unclear or the pain seems overwhelming. Persistence in the face of pain is portrayed as one of the most powerful qualities that lead to success, as it helps individuals stay focused on their long-term vision despite temporary setbacks. The chapter encourages readers to cultivate perseverance by recognizing that progress is often made in increments, and consistent effort will eventually lead to breakthroughs. Additionally, the chapter highlights the role of gratitude in turning pain into progress. It might seem counterintuitive to be grateful for pain, but the chapter explains that gratitude can shift one's perspective and help individuals see the growth that comes from hardship. Being grateful for the lessons learned through pain can foster a sense of empowerment, as it reminds individuals that they have the strength to endure and emerge stronger. Gratitude also helps to shift focus away from what has been lost or what is lacking, enabling individuals to appreciate the progress they've made and the opportunities that lie ahead. Finally, the chapter underscores the importance of embracing the process of healing and growth. It reminds readers that while pain can be uncomfortable, it is temporary, and the process of turning pain into progress is gradual. Healing takes time, and the chapter encourages readers to trust in their ability to overcome pain, knowing that each challenge faced makes them more equipped for future success. The chapter concludes by reinforcing the idea that pain is not the end, but a powerful force that, when approached with the right mindset, can propel individuals to achieve greater levels of personal fulfillment and success. Through the lens of pain, readers are shown that their greatest challenges often hold the keys to their most significant breakthroughs. Chapter 5. Daily Habits for a Better Tomorrow. This chapter explores the crucial role of everyday habits in shaping the trajectory of a person's future and emphasizes that consistent, small actions often lead to the greatest changes over time. It begins by discussing the powerful truth that individuals are the sum of their daily routines, and these routines either move them toward or away from their goals. The chapter challenges the notion that success or transformation is achieved through sporadic, dramatic actions. Instead, it presents the argument that success is a cumulative result of the habits we form every day. The author encourages readers to reflect on their current daily habits, both good and bad, and recognize how these small, seemingly insignificant actions have compounded to form their present reality. The chapter elaborates on how, over time, these habits create patterns in thinking, behavior, and outcomes, either helping or hindering progress. It explains that while change can seem overwhelming, focusing on small, manageable daily actions is often the best approach to long-term success. These incremental improvements, if practiced consistently, can lead to exponential growth, demonstrating the power of compounding habits. The chapter goes into detail about how habits, both positive and negative, shape an individual's identity. It explains that the actions people repeatedly take influence how they see themselves and their potential. For example, someone who consistently takes time for self-care or exercise will develop a strong identity as a healthy person, while someone who neglects their physical or mental well-being may start to see themselves as unhealthy, reinforcing negative patterns. The chapter emphasizes the need to shift from a mindset of trying to achieve large, overwhelming goals to focusing on the process of building small, sustainable habits. This shift is essential because it makes success feel more achievable and less daunting. It stresses that habits are the building blocks of personal development. It's not the big decisions or events, but the daily choices that truly define who we become. The chapter then dives into the mechanics of habit formation. It explains that creating a new habit requires intentionality, consistency, and patience. The process begins with identifying a desired habit, setting clear intentions, and then taking actionable steps toward incorporating that habit into daily life. The author discusses the significance of starting small, noting that big changes can feel intimidating, but small, manageable steps make it easier to stay committed. By taking baby steps, individuals create momentum, and momentum is a powerful force that propels them forward toward their goals. The chapter also emphasizes the importance of tracking progress, as tracking provides motivation and reinforces commitment. It suggests that people can create a habit tracker or journal to mark daily actions, allowing them to visually see their progress and stay accountable to themselves. Regular reflection on these habits helps individuals understand where they are succeeding and where they may need to adjust their approach. One of the key insights in this chapter is how habits can lead to improved mental and physical well-being. The author stresses that good habits in areas such as sleep, nutrition, exercise, and mindfulness not only improve health, but also increase overall life satisfaction. The chapter elaborates on the idea that taking care of the body and mind daily is an investment in one's long-term happiness and success. It explains that habits that support physical health, like regular exercise or eating balanced meals, can enhance energy levels, focus, and emotional stability, while mental habits, like positive thinking or daily reflection, can cultivate resilience, optimism, and clarity. By prioritizing mental and physical health, individuals set themselves up for sustainable success because they have the energy and mental clarity to tackle challenges and pursue their goals with persistence and enthusiasm. Additionally, the The chapter delves into the importance of consistency and discipline in habit formation. It explains that forming new habits takes time, and individuals need to be patient with themselves as they work through the inevitable challenges that come with change. Success, the chapter argues, doesn't come from making huge leaps, but from making steady progress day after day, even when it feels like the results are small or delayed. Discipline is a crucial factor in this process, as it's often the driving force that helps people stay committed when motivation wanes. The chapter emphasizes that motivation can be fleeting, but discipline is what carries people through, especially when they don't feel like taking action. By cultivating discipline, individuals can push through resistance and keep building their habits, even during tough times. The author also focuses on the importance of building a positive environment that supports these new habits. The chapter explains that the people and surroundings you immerse yourself in can either reinforce or undermine your habits. For example, spending time with people who have healthy habits can inspire and motivate you to adopt similar behaviors. On the other hand, an environment that encourages bad habits can make it harder to maintain positive changes. The chapter advises readers to be mindful of the influences in their lives and to surround themselves with people, tools, and spaces that foster the growth of good habits. It encourages creating an environment that removes distractions and makes it easier to stick to daily habits. Whether it's setting up a designated space for exercise, keeping healthy snacks within reach, or surrounding oneself with like-minded individuals, creating a conducive environment is essential for maintaining habits. Another aspect discussed in the chapter is the need for self-compassion and forgiveness when it comes to setbacks. The author acknowledges that there will inevitably be days when habits are neglected and progress feels slow. However, rather than seeing these moments as failures, the chapter encourages readers to view them as part of the process. Self-compassion allows individuals to bounce back from mistakes without being discouraged, while a focus on long-term progress rather than short-term setbacks can help maintain motivation. The chapter stresses the importance of being kind to oneself during this journey of habit formation and understanding that lasting change is a gradual process. The chapter also highlights the role of reflection in refining habits and ensuring they align with personal values and goals. The author recommends regularly reassessing the habits being formed, asking whether they are truly serving one's long-term vision. This reflective process helps individuals make sure they're investing their time and energy into habits that will move them closer to their desired future. If certain habits aren't aligning with a person's values or goals, the chapter advises that they should be reevaluated and adjusted accordingly. Finally, the chapter draws attention to the concept of compound growth, illustrating how small, consistent efforts build upon one another over time to produce extraordinary results. The author explains that, while individual habits may seem insignificant in the moment, their effects accumulate over months and years, leading to remarkable progress. This is the essence of the compound effect, where consistent effort compounds into success, no matter how small the daily actions may seem. It encourages readers to trust the process, understanding that their daily efforts, no matter how incremental, are propelling them toward a better tomorrow. This perspective empowers individuals to stay committed to their routines, knowing that the impact of their efforts will only grow over time. Chapter 6. Building your support system. This chapter goes into great depth about the necessity of having a reliable and empowering network of people around you to help propel you toward success. It begins by emphasizing that achieving any significant goal or personal transformation is rarely a solitary endeavor, and that the role of others is fundamental in this process. It makes the case that no matter how self-sufficient a person may feel, the truth is that everyone needs a support system to thrive, one that provides emotional, mental, and practical assistance. The chapter acknowledges that we are all influenced by those we spend time with, and it stresses how these relationships can either elevate or hinder our ability to move forward. It highlights the value of having individuals who inspire you, challenge your thinking, and offer constructive feedback, ensuring you stay on course, even during moments of uncertainty. The support system mentioned in this chapter is not just about those who cheer you on, but also about individuals who push you to become better versions of yourself. These people serve as mirrors, reflecting back your potential, helping you see strengths you might not be aware of, and motivating you to aim higher. The chapter also discusses the idea of emotional support, acknowledging that life can be challenging, and having someone to lean on during tough times makes a huge difference. These individuals help to normalize setbacks and encourage resilience, making sure that any failure or obstacle is seen as a learning opportunity rather than a roadblock. Furthermore, the chapter elaborates on the importance of shared values and goals when building a support system. It suggests that your closest relationships should be with people who understand and respect your vision, and ideally, share similar aspirations or drive for success. This alignment creates a sense of community and common purpose that strengthens the bond and makes it easier to support one another. When your support system shares your goals, they are more likely to provide relevant advice, resources, and encouragement that aligns with what you are trying to achieve. It also emphasizes that this support system should extend beyond just family or close friends. Building a strong network involves seeking out mentors, coaches, and like-minded individuals who can offer specialized knowledge and help you navigate specific challenges. A mentor, for example, can help you avoid common pitfalls, provide insights into industry-specific challenges, or simply serve as a sounding board for new ideas, contributing to your personal and professional growth. The chapter encourages the idea of being open to new relationships and networking, as the more diverse and dynamic your support system is, the better equipped you will be to handle challenges and capitalize on opportunities. In addition, the chapter examines how support systems act as accountability partners. Having people who hold you accountable for your actions can significantly enhance your chances of success. It's easy to lose focus or procrastinate when working alone, but a network of supportive individuals who check in with you and ask about your progress can provide the necessary motivation to keep going. These individuals ensure that you are not letting distractions or doubts derail your plans, offering a gentle push when needed. The chapter also discusses how a support system can help with decision-making by offering feedback and helping you navigate difficult choices. When you are surrounded by people who understand your vision and values, their input becomes invaluable in helping you make informed decisions that align with your goals. This network acts as a sounding board, offering fresh perspectives that you might not have considered, ultimately making your decision-making process more robust and thoughtful. Moreover, the chapter stresses that building a support system isn't just about receiving help, but also about giving it. A strong support system is based on mutual respect, care, and collaboration. It's essential to be just as supportive to others as they are to you. This reciprocity creates a healthy, balanced relationship, ensuring that everyone in the network feels valued and appreciated. The chapter highlights that true support systems are built on genuine connections and trust, where each member actively contributes to the growth of others. It's not enough to passively rely on others for help. You also need to show up for them in return, providing emotional, practical, or moral support when needed. By doing so, you create a dynamic environment where everyone benefits and grows together, reinforcing a culture of success, encouragement, and shared growth. Another key aspect of building a support system discussed in this chapter is the need for strategic distance from toxic or unsupportive individuals. While it's natural to want to help everyone around you, the chapter emphasizes that some relationships may be detrimental to your growth, especially if they are rooted in negativity, jealousy, or doubt. These individuals can drain your energy, discourage you from pursuing your goals, or make you second-guess your abilities. The chapter encourages readers to be discerning about who they allow into their support network, advocating for a selective approach that prioritizes positivity, constructive feedback, and encouragement. By distancing yourself from toxic relationships, you create space for more supportive, uplifting interactions, which ultimately enable you to thrive. The chapter suggests that cutting out negativity from your life can lead to a profound shift in mindset and energy, allowing you to focus more on your goals without the burden of undue emotional weight. The chapter also touches upon the importance of community and how being part of a larger group of like-minded individuals can amplify your success. Whether it's through professional networks, social groups, or online communities, the support system you build should extend beyond a small circle to include people who can offer various resources, knowledge, and connections. These larger communities can open doors to opportunities, collaborations, and partnerships that you might not have access to otherwise, broadening your horizons and expanding your potential. It emphasizes that success often happens through collaboration and shared effort, and the more people you have supporting you, the more opportunities will arise. In terms of maintaining and strengthening your support system, the chapter advises regular communication and nurturing of relationships. It's not enough to have a strong support network and leave it at that. The best support systems are those that are constantly nurtured, where relationships are regularly checked in on and kept alive. The chapter recommends setting aside time to connect with your support network, whether through regular check-ins, shared activities, or simply offering a listening ear when someone needs help. By investing time and effort into maintaining these relationships, you ensure that your support system remains strong and dependable over the long term. Lastly, the chapter underscores the power of a diverse support system. A well-rounded network consists of individuals with different strengths, perspectives, and expertise. This diversity ensures that no matter the challenge you face, there will always be someone in your network who can offer valuable insights or assistance. From friends who offer emotional support, to mentors who provide career advice, to peers who share in your struggles and triumphs, the chapter emphasizes that a diverse support system can provide a more comprehensive and balanced foundation for success. Having a variety of perspectives and skills within your support network ensures that you are always equipped with the right resources, advice, and motivation to keep pushing forward toward your goals. Chapter 7. Taking Action Today for a Brighter Future. This chapter focuses deeply on the concept that success and progress are built through deliberate actions taken in the present moment, rather than through waiting or relying on future circumstances. It begins by explaining that while planning, dreaming, and visualizing the future are all important steps, they are meaningless without the actual implementation of those plans. The chapter stresses that the future is not something that simply arrives on its own. It is something that we create through the choices we make and the actions we take today. The common tendency to wait for the right time or to procrastinate because of fear or uncertainty is addressed in detail, pointing out how these delays prevent individuals from moving toward their goals. It encourages readers to break free from this mindset by focusing on the things they can do today, even if those steps seem small or imperfect. The chapter explains that the key to progress is not perfection, but the willingness to act, despite the imperfections or the fear of failure that might accompany those actions. By choosing to take immediate action, even in small ways, individuals begin to build momentum, which gradually leads to larger successes over time. Additionally, the chapter highlights how taking action today does not mean having everything figured out or having a perfect plan. In fact, it argues that the process of action itself is a powerful teacher. When individuals begin taking steps, they learn from their mistakes, refine their strategies, and gain clarity on the next steps to take. The chapter makes the case that waiting for perfect conditions can often be a form of self-sabotage, as it allows individuals to stay in a state of inertia, where nothing is accomplished and no progress is made. By focusing on what can be done now, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, a person creates a sense of forward movement that builds over time. The chapter further explains that action is not just about pushing forward without thinking, but about actively learning, adjusting, and growing from the experiences and feedback that action provides. It argues that action, even if imperfect or flawed, is always more productive than inaction, as it creates opportunities to learn, adapt, and improve. Moreover, the chapter explores how taking action in the present moment helps break down the overwhelming nature of big goals. Large, long-term goals can often seem intimidating or unattainable, but by breaking them down into smaller, manageable tasks that can be started today, the chapter explains how those once daunting objectives become much more achievable. The psychological benefit of taking action today is also discussed in detail, as it helps combat feelings of helplessness or discouragement that arise when people focus only on the end goal without considering the steps needed to get there. By taking small actions, individuals can begin to feel empowered, as each step taken contributes to their sense of progress, even if the end goal is far from reach. This sense of progress, no matter how small, fuels further action and builds confidence. The chapter also emphasizes that every small action counts, and no effort is ever wasted. It draws attention to the compound effect that taking small steps every day can have over time. The consistent accumulation of actions, even if they seem minor or insignificant at first, adds up and creates exponential growth. By taking one step today and another step tomorrow, individuals can look back after months or years to see that these small actions have led to massive transformations. This is particularly important because people often overlook the power of consistency, thinking that unless their actions are large and impressive, they won't matter. The chapter encourages readers to shift their thinking from an all-or-nothing mentality to one that values the power of incremental progress. Additionally, the chapter addresses the role of mindsets in taking action. It emphasizes that a growth mindset, believing that abilities and skills can be developed through effort, is critical for overcoming obstacles and fear of failure. It explains that when individuals approach their goals with a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities for growth, they are more likely to take consistent action, even in the face of setbacks. The chapter also talks about how fear of failure is often the biggest barrier to action, and it encourages readers to reframe failure as a natural part of the learning process. Rather than seeing failure as something to avoid, the chapter advocates viewing it as a valuable feedback mechanism that helps improve future actions. This mindset shift allows individuals to take more risks and try new approaches without being paralyzed by fear or perfectionism. The importance of accountability is also emphasized in the chapter. It argues that taking action today is easier when there is external accountability involved. Whether it's a mentor, a coach, a friend, or a colleague, having someone to check in with can help keep individuals on track and motivate them to take consistent action. The chapter explains that accountability only reinforces commitment, but also helps individuals stay focused on the present moment rather than becoming overwhelmed by the future. It suggests setting small, achievable goals that can be accomplished today, and then sharing those goals with someone who can hold you accountable, ensuring that actions are taken consistently and without delay. Another critical aspect of the chapter is the idea of seizing opportunities as they arise, rather than waiting for them to present themselves in an ideal form. The chapter encourages readers to recognize that opportunities are often disguised in the form of challenges or discomfort, and it urges them not to wait for the perfect moment, but to act on opportunities when they appear. By doing so, individuals can build a habit of embracing change, taking risks, and being open to new possibilities, which ultimately creates a brighter future. The chapter also explains that taking action today helps to combat feelings of regret and missed opportunities. People often look back on the past and wish they had taken action sooner, but by committing to action in the present, they can avoid the future regret of what could have been. The chapter emphasizes that taking even small steps today ensures that you are moving forward and that you won't look back with the feeling that time has been wasted. Finally, the chapter concludes with the powerful reminder that the future is shaped by the actions we take today, and that every single decision made in the present moment is an investment in the future. It encourages readers to stop waiting for external circumstances to align perfectly and to take control of their destiny by focusing on the actions they can take right now. With each action, no matter how small, individuals are planting the seeds for a brighter, more successful future. The chapter reinforces that the key to a fulfilling and prosperous future lies not in waiting for opportunities, but in taking proactive steps toward them today. Conclusion. The conclusion of the book deeply reflects on the idea that our future is shaped not by waiting for things to fall into place, but by taking active, mindful steps in the present. It reiterates the importance of breaking free from the chains of past experiences and regrets, suggesting that the weight of previous failures or mistakes should not dictate one's future direction. Instead, it encourages the reader to reframe their perspective and adopt a mindset that prioritizes growth, resilience, and continuous learning. The author suggests that by shifting focus from what went wrong in the past to what can be done now, individuals can transform their lives. This shift in thinking is seen as the cornerstone of personal empowerment, because it makes individuals recognize that the power to change, to progress, and to design their future lies within their current actions and decisions. The conclusion also delves into the significance of not waiting for the right moment or ideal circumstances to start moving forward. It emphasizes that perfection is an illusion, and that waiting for everything to align perfectly can result in stagnation. Instead, it urges readers to take small, imperfect steps toward their goals, understanding that every action counts and contributes to progress, even if the end result isn't immediately visible. The principle of incremental improvement, making tiny but consistent changes, is emphasized as a key driver of long-term success. The conclusion also touches upon how fear of failure often holds people back, and it encourages readers to reframe failure not as a setback, but as an integral part of the learning process. Through failure, individuals develop resilience and adaptability, and the conclusion stresses that success is not achieved by avoiding mistakes, but by embracing them and using them to refine one's approach. Moreover, the conclusion stresses the idea of accountability and support systems in achieving future goals. It highlights the importance of surrounding oneself with individuals who encourage and support progress, rather than those who may hold back or foster negativity. The role of mentors, friends, or community is emphasized as essential for maintaining motivation and staying on track. This sense of accountability not only helps the individual stay committed to their goals, but also ensures that they have external guidance to help refine their efforts. The book encourages the reader to seek out relationships that foster growth and to actively avoid toxic or unsupportive environments that may derail progress. The conclusion also discusses the importance of consistency in daily habits, urging readers to adopt positive routines that align with their goals. The idea is that daily, seemingly mundane actions, when done consistently, accumulate into major results over time. It encourages building a life around habits that support the bigger vision for the future, emphasizing that success is largely a byproduct of disciplined, daily effort. Further, the conclusion dives into the idea of embracing challenges and turning them into opportunities for growth. It suggests that no matter what obstacles arise, they should be seen as valuable lessons that teach individuals how to navigate life more effectively. The process of overcoming adversity, according to the book, is not just about getting through difficulties, but about using them as stepping stones toward greater achievements. The conclusion urges readers to cultivate a mindset that views obstacles as opportunities to strengthen character and expand skills, rather than something to avoid. It also reminds readers that setbacks are a natural part of the journey and should be approached with patience and perseverance. The chapter on action in the conclusion is crucial, as it insists that progress is only possible through taking initiative in the present moment. No matter how distant a goal may seem, the only way to reach it is to take active, purposeful steps now. The book makes it clear that waiting for the future to unfold without taking action today is futile. It emphasizes that the sooner one starts, the more momentum they gain, and the clearer their path becomes. Each action taken in the present moment compounds and brings the person closer to their desired future, reinforcing the idea that the future is something we build today, not something we wait for. The importance of not delaying or postponing actions is a key message of the conclusion, encouraging readers to overcome the procrastination mindset that often holds people back from achieving their dreams. Additionally, the conclusion reflects on the fact that personal growth is an ongoing journey. It reminds readers that they will not achieve their desired future overnight, and the process requires patience, dedication, and resilience. It emphasizes that consistent action over time is what leads to the compound effect, the gradual but exponential transformation that comes from repeated efforts. The book encourages readers to stay the course even when the results aren't immediately visible, knowing that the small actions they take each day will eventually lead to lasting change. Furthermore, the conclusion suggests that by focusing on the present, individuals gain a sense of empowerment and control over their lives, understanding that they are the architects of their future. It calls for cultivating an unshakable belief in the ability to make change happen, regardless of past setbacks. The conclusion also stresses the idea of taking personal responsibility for one's life. It asserts that the future is not dictated by external factors, but by the choices individuals make today. This responsibility extends beyond simply taking action. It involves owning one's decisions, thoughts, and attitudes, which all play a role in shaping the future. It encourages readers to avoid the trap of blaming external circumstances or others for their situation, and instead focus on what they can control in the present moment. By taking full responsibility, individuals empower themselves to create the life they envision. In its final message, the conclusion ties together all the principles of the book: letting go of the past, adopting a growth-oriented mindset, taking consistent action, embracing failure, building a support system, and being accountable for one's choices. It emphasizes that the future is not a random occurrence, but a direct reflection of the efforts, decisions, and actions made today. The book ends on a call to action, urging readers to step into their power, stop waiting for the ideal moment, and begin creating the life they truly desire, knowing that the best way to secure a brighter future is to take action in the present. Through a commitment to the present, individuals are equipped with the tools to create lasting change and ultimately achieve the life they have always dreamed of.